What's going on this morning, family? Black Phoenix checking in with you, the owner of HogOn Welding and the founder of Welding and Hip Hop. I wanted to come to you and talk to you about a conversation I had with a contractor. The contractor asked me to write a letter to apologize about my past in order to get some work from him on a military base. And the military base is in Tinker, Oklahoma, right beside Oklahoma City, pretty much. And he asked me to write a letter to get a couple of references to write a letter and submit the letters, and he will write one to help me get on the compound to do the work. And the lady was telling me about, the process or whatnot. Yeah, we need to do this, and you can be on there, to help us on this job. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. For a few days, I've been thinking about this, and all weekend actually, and it just kind of rubbed me wrong a little bit because regardless what you do in America, it's funny that they always want you to apologize. I thought I did the time. Um, I put it behind me. I'm building business. I'm doing something constructive. I'm doing something other than being a criminal. And yet and still, I got to apologize for my past. So I turned down the work. I don't want it. The way I feel like I am who I am. I know I'm changed, but I'm not gonna write no letter and kiss your ass for no check. I don't care about that. Then evidently that's not a job that I need. I'm gonna find some more work on a different aspect, but I'm not gonna do that. Um, and to me, it's not a prideful thing. It's just I'm tired of kissing the system ass. That's why I work on products and I create my own services that is not systematic. You know, where I don't have to kiss nobody ass. I know I put my time in. I apologize. As a kid, I have shown from my work ethics that I'm not on that type of behavior, but still, you have to. Um, they want you to humble yourself and apologize. Like I'm not gonna do it. I already apologize. I already put my time in, paid my debt to society, just to get on your job and get you to pat me on the back. I'm not gonna humiliate myself. I feel like I already did that. So to me, that work from that contractor pertaining to going out there, I'm cool. If I got to write the letters and do all that to get the little work, which is the little work is going to be pretty much systematic work, working under, even though you're working with someone, you still got a finger on you. I'm just not with that. Like, I think once you get grown and you know who you are inside, you know your abilities, your work ethics, what you have to offer the market. You don't have to kiss anybody ass anymore. Like you don't have to do that. They make it seem like it's easier to go find a job than it is to start a business. They make it easier. They make it like a no-brainer, man. You don't want to do that. You need to do this. But it's more fulfilling to own your business. It's more satisfying. You have more flexibility. And even though that things are not going to be like the system, like that check that you're going to get every week, you're going to have to hustle. And I think when it comes to being independent, man, it's not for everybody. And I understand because everybody isn't a hustler, but everybody can be. To me, certain things are born with us, and certain things we got to develop as habits. And if you're not a good hustler, a good networker, then I think that that's a skill that you should develop because it's going to help you in your independence. So, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with apologizing to get in to help your situation out, but when you did no wrong and when you already didn't pay your dues, you just got to ask yourself that question: am I going forward or backwards? Do I want to be on my own independence with can't nobody say, well, you can't make that product being a felon. Now they don't say that. When you making and creating a product and service that can actually help the market, you don't have to kiss nobody ass. And actually, I told the lady that a gentleman tried to get me on a job in Phoenix because if he would have told me it was a military base, I'd have turned it down. Tell you how this dude did me. He tell me he got a service call, he need me to do, give me all the information, the address, who I pull up to the place. I see it's a military base. I call him like, hey man, why you didn't tell me this is a military base? Oh man, it's okay. You just gotta pass the background check. I'm like, hey man, I'm an ex-felon. Oh, they only go back so many years, you'll be all right. I did it and I passed it. But if he would have told me, see, a lot of times they'll keep certain information out so that way they can get you to do what they need you to do. You see what I'm saying? But if he would have told me, I wouldn't have did it. You see what I'm saying? But he kind of deceived me. He did deceive me. You know, I did the job, I got the money, and when I got done, I didn't do no more work for dude. I was done. I ain't never do nothing else. So I felt like, okay, you got me on that one, you ain't gonna get me again. We done networking on any type of level. So that's what I did. And it's just crazy how they'll try to get you to do their biddings, do their work. And a lot of times, just like this contractor that had reached me, he's behind. He's behind. And I've been trying to network with him to say, hey man, I want to, help you get out the hole or whatever, help you. But he's so behind, and I'm trying to network with him, but it's already seeming overwhelming. You know how you get in a situation where someone trying to throw too much on you, like, hold up, man, I want to help, but I don't want your plate. I want to eat too, but I'm not trying to take your meal from you. You see what I'm saying? You got some stuff on your plate I don't even want on mine. I don't even eat meat, literally. You know what I'm saying? So you keep them. Let me get this over here on my plate. You know what I mean? So sometimes I think that we have to be firm and honest and 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 bold with saying how we feel and what we're willing to do and not, because you get on certain jobs when a job would try to feel like you got to do this or that because you need that check. That's what they do as an employees when you working for them. They act like they can talk to you this way or they can do this because you need them. When the truth be told, they need you, but you're not looking at it like that. You got these bills, this and this, so you're willing to sacrifice your peace, your humanity in times for a check, man. I'm just not with it, man. I'm done with that. I done had I put my time in. Everybody is different, man, but I had put my time in working for someone. I'm willing to work with someone. You see what I'm saying? But working for someone, nah, I'm out with that, man. I got to die being my own boss, um, and not just bossing myself around because I literally look up to others just doing things that I'm not doing. So I have to critique myself. And to me, being a good leader is knowing that you have flaws, knowing that there's some things you're gonna have to work on personally to get yourself to that next level, so that way you can improve your business, you can improve your service, you can get things off the ground. But I think that you're gonna have to be aware of that. You're gonna have to say, hey, this is what needs to be done. You see what I'm saying? But I think that if you compromise, you're gonna always be doing it. There's a way that there's a in relationships, in your marriage and in relationships with friends, there's a thing they call compromising, where you got to give a little to get a little, and that's understandable. But when it comes to business, you shouldn't have to compromise your brand. You shouldn't have to compromise your morals for a job. That's all I'm saying. I mean, to me personally, I made a mistake as a juvenile, but it was the past, it was the environment I was raised in. So to me, it was like systematic. It's like the system created an environment of chaos. Once the chaos was created, they sit back and get the products from the chaos and throw them in prisons, and they use them. And then they say, well, once you do better or you get the opportunity, well, let us know how you made it. Let us, man, I'm not with that, man. Because I know that they created this shit, the situation that we in as African Americans, growing up in the hood, growing up in poverty in the ghetto. A lot of the things that we face was created, man. The crack epidemic was created for our demise. You know what I mean? So I think about stuff like that, man. I'm just old enough not to just let nobody tell me it's raining outside and I know they pissing on me. You see what I'm saying? I know the difference. You know what I mean? You're not gonna piss on me and tell me it's raining outside. I know the difference, man. And I'm willing to work hard building products. That's why, sometimes I wake up early. I go to sleep early. I wake up because I'm working on my soul. It's not at peace until I'm able to take care of my bills consistently and be able to help my family grow in everything that I'm doing. I don't have like a big team behind me, you know. I'm investing my time, I'm investing my money, I'm investing my life into this because I'm knowing that's the only way I'm gonna see something out of it. So when you're doing what you're doing, you're gonna have to do the research and you're gonna have to be willing to either sign your name and do what needs to be done, or you're gonna take a stand and say, you know what, I'm gonna work on my products, I'm gonna work on my services, I'm gonna work on me as an individual to improve my business. And one thing that I do know about the way things are going, uh, now is the time to really press for your independence, like to do whatever needs to be done because things are changing with the system. So for those who don't have an online presence, man, go on and buy your domain, man. At least you can do that. What can nobody get it? But I'm gonna tell you something. You need to get some type of online presence. If you don't have a website already, at least get something that's already on a major platform. At least have a site on there. At least where people can find you or search for you or something. You got to have something. But most definitely get your online, man. It's between $8 to $10 to get your .com or .net or .gov, whatever you're trying to do. It's not real expensive, so keep that in mind, man. Um, don't just sign over. If you feel like that's what you need to do it. But if you see that the people are trying to put you in a situation so that way they can tailor you to how you want to be, then you might want to reconsider that. I'm just not with being placed in a bag. I feel like I put my time in. I know what I got to offer as a welder, as a fabricator, as an installer. Um, and I feel like, my skills, I shouldn't have to kiss nobody ass. I can create something and be modest and be nice without going the extra mile of humiliating myself and my culture to help you out, knowing that you want to help me out. You know, one thing I have realized, man, about being a black man with a white American trade is that a lot of times they don't like to see the fact that we get certain things and we get so good at it. And I have even seen where some guys, I have been on a job, and it's no lie, where the owner of the contractor I was working with had a son. And I can literally tell that he didn't like the fact that I knew what I knew. And his son wasn't capable of learning or didn't want to. And he was like, man, I wish my son would be like you. But at the same time, he was envious of me. The way he tried to play me, I'm like, I'm not, son, you know, I helped you, but I'm not like that. And then, I could see the conflict that he wished that his son was me. But this black man got this knowledge. And I'm willing to help anybody. I can't tell you how many, man, I have helped Asians, Spanish, white, black, Native Americans. I don't mind helping whoever is willing to receive the information that I'm putting out. But I am a black man. I am a black native. So I love my people. I'm not going to switch up who I am. I'm not going to change up. I'm not going to cut my beard so I can get an extra pat on the back from taking my gold teeth off. None of that. This is me. This is my culture. This is who I am. And I feel like I should be able to represent who I am and embrace who I am, just like other cultures do when they come over here to America. No one says anything. But to the American black man, we always criticize about how we carry ourselves because in the back of America's mind, I still believe they still think we are their property. I don't know. It's crazy, but that's what I think. Because if something your property, you always have something to say on how to critique it or what you need to do or what, besides letting someone be them. That's just my personal opinion, man. So this morning I'm just coming to you, been talking to you about this situation. Cause like I said, it's been on my mind, and I'm not doing it. I'm turning it down, and I'm gonna find another way to eat. So I'm gonna keep knocking on doors. I'm gonna keep building products. I'm gonna keep providing my own services. Hold on.